Hi there, welcome back to Love Sober Life Hacks, and today we're talking a little bit about the sometimes difficult experience of coming back to sobriety. So just a nod that there are lots of different language around this. You know, some people say a relapse, some people say a blip, a slip, a learning, a experience. Choose whatever language is non-shaming for you, which feels right and motivating for you. I always used coming back to sobriety because that felt the truest thing for me. So we wanted to give you some kind of some tips on that, and Kate will explain that in a moment. And also just to say that we're recording this on the 1st of July, so throughout July on our Love Sober .cic page we will be doing a tip of the day every day through July. So I think they drop about midday on sort of British time, so check them out. Just a little tip about how to enjoy your first sober month, and if you're coming back to sobriety, maybe some sort of tips and hacks that might help you sort of secure your sobriety for dry July. So I'll hand over to Kate for today's hacks.
Hi. Yeah, I think there's a few things here that, you know, we were talking about. It can be very difficult to come back, and that can be really, really disheartening. So it's really important to try something different. We might be like, oh God, why did it stick so easily the first time? And I did a year, and then I did, you know, stop, and then I went back, and so it can be really difficult and very disheartening. So just remember that you won't have had all the knowledge and all of the things that you need, otherwise it would have stuck. So there'll be some bits of knowledge. So read another book, get on a podcast, try a different course, reach out to a different group, you know, something like that. That brings us on to the second one, the importance of having a community, accountability, and essentially that's about being seen and supported. Yeah, so when we feel seen, we're more likely to do it. People can champion us, and people can help pick us up if, you know, we're having a really hard day. So community, extra important as always. The toolkit. What worked for you the first time or the second time or whatever it is? What are the things that work? Because again, we can have we can be so down on ourselves and sort of throw the baby out with the bathwater and just be like, oh, nothing works. Some things work. So it'd be really good to identify your strengths and what things work. Also, what things didn't work, try not to do those. Rest and nervous system regulation. That's really, really important as well when we are learning to be sober and be with ourselves. And it's a really neglected or quite recent piece, we think, in terms of maintaining our sobriety and feeling really well. It's like a human thing, like we all need to do it. If you want to know more about that, you can send us an email at info@lovesober, and we can talk about the courses that we do as well that go into that in more depth. And also really back to basics, that ODAT, you know, one day at a time, prioritize today, look after yourself today, and remember all things pass. And, you know, all of those wisdoms that kind of keep us very much in the day to day, and just putting one foot in front of the other, and knowing that by doing that, by not breaking the chain, that's how we get our continuous sobriety, and it feels stronger and stronger and stronger. Don't lose the faith, don't give up. We've gone backwards and forwards many times, and something will click. So just keep trying and keep giving it a go.